Hi guys, Mark from the SG16 in France, and a little word about my HOBAO Hyper MT Sport. This is a MT Sport Plus, but because I really love the look from the MT Sport, I have done it here. I put original MT Sport body on the top from the car. And in the beginning what I want to do is to get 4 stock MT Sport tires in rims, but the problem is you can find it, but the price is really heavy for what it is. And in between I discovered the Louise MFT ST 3.8. These are not the MT. The MT are bigger, they are about 170mm high and 100mm bright. These are the ST 3.8. You can get with 0 offset or with a half offset. You can get the Pioneer, you can get the Uphill, and you can get the Rocket. The Rocket are for the street. My favorite design are the Pioneer. If it is in buggy, in ST, in MT, I really love this tires. Weight about 400 grams, that's the weight from stock 3.8 monster truck tires. But I don't want with this body the look of a monster truck. I have here a HOBAO MT 2 with, I will make again a MT Sport 1.5. that means I take a MT Sport 2, put a short chassis, short dog bones in the center, but keep the long A-arms and the long shock towers and the long shocks to have something like a Savage XL, because I prefer the MT Sport is tougher than the Savage XL. It's clear. The chassis has no issue like we have with the Savage back in the time. Many times we just bent the stock chassis from the HPI. You also need RPM to replace all arms. You also need big bores alloy shocks to replace the weak plastic shocks from the HPI. And here in France the price is totally crazy. The HPI 7 Flux is now by 850 euros. You still have the old GT2 tires, look small, not have good grips, really not bad tire, but it's not what I expect with that size of car. The electronic is good, that's clear, but I really prefer the MT from HOBAO because you have the same construction. You have something better than a TVP chassis. You have an extruded chassis here. HOBAO also makes something super cool, and I know by in the USA you can buy the MT Sport Plus with the center diff conversion, but here we cannot do it in France. We have to buy the MT Plus, and we have to buy separately the conversion kit. And I really only can tell you, take this conversion kit, because without center diff the truck will have some damage when you go hard on the throttle. I put 500 CST oil in the center diff. You can go 1 million, 2 million, what you want, but I don't want it too hard because I like to drive the weight in the front. I have here enough power, even if I have the weight in the front, to bring my nose up when I jump, sorry. I put a 45 kilogram servo from GX in the truck. This servo is a brushless servo for high voltage, and I put a Corelli ESC in a motor because it can go put out from the BET 7.4 volt. That means I have the full power from this brushless servo, and it's really impressive. It's really super fast and super strong, the servo, and I'm happy finally with the final look of my MT Sport. I prefer that the Kraton EXB. I get an EXB, but I have to say it's heavier than I expect. XB is about 6 kg. This is a monster truck. It also has 6 kg. We have the same power in both trucks, but I really prefer to drive monster trucks than truckers. The suspension of the box is just fine for me. You have smooth when you are on throttle here, the front lifts up and the tire can really follow the ground. You have enough when you hit something while driving, the back goes up, but you not lose immediately the ground clearance in the rear. That's what's happened on the Traxxas Max. That's why it's not really cool to drive out from the box. But the truck is stiff enough underneath to not go hit too fast the ground. And that's what I like. I would say I make this one like more a muggy style. This is for me the king of muggies. This is the absolute muggy killer for me, in my opinion. I never tell that I'm right and that I'm the only one who say the right stuff. That's just what I prefer. Monster truck has two cool things. You have a reduction gear who allows you to put each wheel you want, and also super tough gearing at the differential. Muggies are truckies with bigger wheels. That means you have a transmission who is rated for lighter stuff, who can handle bigger stuff but just can handle. And this is made for handle big stuff. This is the difference. It's like the difference between having an Bugatti Veyron and have a VW Golf 5 with 1000 PS. The Golf can drive 400 km an hour, but is not made for do it. The Veyron can be driven with 400 km an hour normally. The other one can just hit a top speed and then it's finished. That's the difference between that. You also have a better steering for handle the big wheels, and that's the major failure from muggies when you go to bigger, heavier wheels. Especially now we have MFT or HP, that I have the Proline HP tire, weighs 500 grams each. If you put that 4 tires on a Kraton, you will really have an issue. You have to put another motor with lower kV, bigger motor, smaller pinion, make the truck even heavier, and then you have an issue with the suspension. So you go on heavier springs, heavier oil, and more to finally get what? To finally get something that a monster truck can handle without any issue and without any changing. And because I love the look from the first MT Sport, I have redone it here. We will also have unbreakable body from this style, because we have someone here in my country who make unbreakable body, so I give him this body and he molded it, and we're gonna get unbreakable body for that truck. Also the MT2 body, who is really a great, awesome looking body. I'm really happy because HOBAO go forward. They do the first version from the truck. We have really issue with the rims and the tires because no diff, no slipper in there. So they put the slipper in there. Finally they make a reduction gear with a differential in there. We have better tie rod, push rods. We have beefier CVD, beefier output drive shafts from the differential, and that's really cool. They are not the fastest response, but we see it the last time, especially since Horizon Hobby buy Arma. Arma was a cheap brand for have really fun with RC, and now Horizon Hobby buy it up. We get the V4, now they come the V5, and the price goes higher and higher and higher and higher, and we really lose what we get the first time with an Arma. I pay for my first Kraton 420 euros, was the half what an e-Revo was costing here by uns in France, and I had so much fun with the Kraton than with the e-Revo 1. Then comes the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, and now we are by 650 euros for a Kraton. That's just about the price from a new Revo 2. This guy costs less than the Kraton, and he can handle more. And the Kraton has, when you take the EXP, you have a 70-75 chassis, you have alloy braces, you have a top brace, and more as tougher and bigger stuff on the car. And I think it's really time to do something new than the Kraton, because it's on the edge from what he can take. And the edge from what he can take is just the beginning from what a monster truck can take. That's why I prefer that, but that is only my opinion. If you prefer muggies, drive muggies. I prefer a monster truck. And in the end, I drive all. Bye guys.